Good heavens, it's time for 26, chapter 26 of Varjak Paw by SF Said, illustrated by Dave McKean and published by Corgi. Chapter 25, our friend Varjak started to learn the secret of shadow walking, where you can make yourself invisible by forgetting yourself. I wonder if that will be a useful skill for him here in chapter 26. Let's find out. Varjak awoke. He was sprawled on the ground in the alley. His shoulder screamed with pain. Holly was gone. The bristly barking monster towered above him, its foul breath in his face. Its big red tongue lolled out, glistening hungrily. It looked like it was getting ready to eat him. He was wrong to trust his instincts. This creature was worse than a dog. It was the most terrifying creature in the world. He had to do something. Shadow walking. The sixth skill. Think about nothing. Empty your mind of thoughts. Varjak concentrated. Nothing. But it wasn't that easy. The pain in his shoulder filled his mind. He couldn't do it. He couldn't shadow walk. Varjak looked up desperately at the narrow brick walls of the alley. It felt as if they were closing in on him. If only he could get to the ledge. He tried to stand up, but it hurt too much. There was no escape now. It was all over. The monster's drooling mouth opened wide. "Gludge!" it said, in a deep, deep voice. Varjak stared, helpless. It blinked those cloudy eyes, and then it licked itself. Once. "Gludge!" it repeated. Varjak scratched his ears, not quite sure what he was hearing. "Is that your name?" he said. "Gludge?" it panted. A shy smile appeared at the corner of its mouth. "Gludge," it affirmed. Varjak smiled back. Maybe Gludge wasn't going to eat him after all. "Varjak," he said. "I'm Varjak." "Varjak, Varjak. That's right, Gludge. I'm Varjak, Varjak, Bosh, Gludge." There's Gludge. Varjak. "You've got it." Varjak gingerly shifted his weight onto his front paws. His shoulder twinged, though not as badly as before, and he flopped back onto the ground. Gludge reached down to lick the wounded shoulder. His big black eyes were cloudy with worry. "Sorry, Varjak," he sighed. "Didn't mean to hurt." "That's okay. I should have run, like the other cats." "Gludge was scared. Varjak not scared?" "No." He smiled. He was beginning to like this great big creature. Gludge looked fierce, but he seemed gentle inside. "Gludge alone," he sniffed. "Everyone run from Gludge. No friends." Varjak looked into Gludge's eyes once more. He could see it all in there, and he recognised it. His pain, his fear, his loneliness. "It's all right, Gludge," he said quietly. "You're not alone. We'll be friends, you and me." "Friends?" panted Gludge. "Varjak, Gludge, friends?" Varjak grinned. "Friends," he said. He tried to stand up again. This time his shoulder took the weight. "Friends!" barked Gludge, and he wagged his tail. "Varjak, Gludge, friends! "Varjak Paw," said a gravelly voice. "This is a first. I've seen a lot of things in this city. I've even seen you hit a razor. But this is truly something else." Holly jumped down from the wall. "You did it. You talked to a dog." She shook her head. "It's incredible. It's unbelievable. It's a dog?" said Varjak. Gludge barked. "Arf!" Yes, a dog," said Holly, keeping a safe distance from Gludge. "What do you think it is?" "But he's not like the other dogs." "What other dogs?" "You know, the metal ones." Holly looked baffled. "I've never seen a dog like that." In the distance a monster shrieked and roared. "Those ones," said Varjak. "The dogs that make that noise." Holly shook her head. "That's not a dog. That's a car." "What?" "Car," budged Gludge. "Cars are fun. Gludge, chase cars." "So they weren't dogs," said Varjak. "Let me get this straight," said Holly. "All the time you thought you were talking to dogs?" What you were really doing was talking to cars. Varjak frowned. He was confused. The metal monsters were dogs. He was sure they were. But had anyone ever called them dogs? No. Now he thought about it. He'd never known for certain what they were. He just assumed that they were dogs because they fitted with the Elder Paw's description from the tales. They filled his heart with fear. They had foul breath and a deafening sound, and they looked strong enough to kill a man. But then again, so he had to admit, did Cludge. Awareness. Second skill. Before you do anything, you must know what you're dealing with. Assume nothing. Be sure of the facts. And that was exactly what he'd failed to do. He'd almost killed himself trying to talk to a car. A beginner's mistake, not the kind of mistake that a cat who knew the way would make. Well, he wouldn't make it now. He was sure that Sally Bones wouldn't either. Holly giggled. "What's so funny?" Varjak demanded. She pulled herself together, but only just, "You," she said. "Cars aren't even alive, you moron. You can't talk to a car." "But you didn't think that I could talk to Cludge either," reasoned Varjak. "Cludge only talked to friends," said the big dog. "See," said Varjak, "maybe cars only talk to their friends too." Holly couldn't control herself any longer. Her whiskers started to twitch, her body began to shake, and then she cracked up completely. Laughter streamed out of her and flew around the alley like a flock of birds. It was everywhere. It was contagious. Cludge rolled about on the ground, yelping and panting helplessly. And then Varjak found himself laughing too. He couldn't help it. He had to join in with them. It was a good feeling, light and free. He saw it all now, how he got it wrong. Of course cars weren't dogs. Cludge was a dog. Cludge was a dog. Varjak stopped laughing. Cludge was a dog. And with a dog, he could still save his family from the gentleman and his cats, if only there was time. "Cludge, I need your help. I need you to scare a man. Can you do that?" Cludge stopped yelping and became very serious. He drew himself up to his full height and bared his yellow teeth. Holly's laughter tailed away at the sight. "Cludge, scare everyone," the great dog said in his deep, deep voice, "except Varjak." "Then let's go. There's no time to waste." Varjak turned to Holly. "Are you coming?" "Where?" "Up the hill, the three of us. We're going to save my family." "This is mad," said Holly. "But no one messes with Sally Bones and gets away with it. We're not safe in the city anymore." She stood up. "So all right, Mr. Paw. Lead the way. Where you go, I go." Something in Varjak soared at that moment. "Thank you," he said. "My friends." Guess what? You guessed it, didn't you? That's the end of chapter 26. So I will have to stop reading there, and I will see you again soon. Another day I will see you for another chapter, but until then, be good to each other and be kind to each other and look after each other, and I will see you very soon.